coming to a city near you. You'll better pray and get right with God. Coming to a city near you. You'll better pray and get right with God.
Don't say thanks at the bottom of your business email. Instead, say do. Don't say thanks at the bottom of your business email. Instead, say do. Don't say thanks at the bottom of your business email. Instead, say do.
Show yourself in baggy clothes then, in a bikini bottom.
Don't say thanks at the bottom of your business email. Instead, say do.
Thick neck tattoo.
Salak, I don't know what the hell that was, man. But hey, Shalom, I want to say all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. What you just witnessed was a call to 911 down at ATL. I believe a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken, there was an outage down there, and people were calling 911. I'm not sure what happened down there, but I'm assuming that, just a typical emergency call. And we have outages to come fix power surges, or whether it be fires or crime. 911 is a common number that's dialed the most every single day because, like right now, I can hear sirens in the background. That means some sort of emergency is in effect. But the brother confirmed it, from Atlanta, confirmed that was very well true. So they just showing you that, man, the times we getting ready to enter into, this is finna be a real deal. Like they said, a real deal. Holyfield, the hell going on here? That's the real deal, all right? Because, 911 is going to be a thing of the past, man. So let me try to look it up real quick. 911 in Atlanta, out of service. Out of service. Yep, it says 2 days ago. It says Atlanta 911 and 311 calls delayed after power outage. 311 is basically your city. They got what they call the command. It's called the they got it here. They got it in every state. But it's basically the control center. They kind of dispatches to certain calls, like it be signs, potholes, or certain power outages, anything the city could come out and deal with. Then 911 being the police and the firefighter and the EMT operations. It says Atlanta police said a week later fed to electrical circuits at the E911 center Sunday, jamming 911 and 311 systems. So what happens when there comes a power outage, a real power outage, a permanent one? When therefore you calling 911, they're going to be offline because the go-to for protection is 911, especially for you women. All right, which shows you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that, hey, man, you people, you're not ready for all hell to break loose. Okay, because here the prophets have been on the scene warning you, telling you without a doubt that these things were going to indeed come to pass, yet you scoff and mock us, man. Like you got what they talking about, a dark winter, Klaus Schwab, a dark winter, a global reset, with different diseases and different type of chemical warfare, cryptocurrency failures, okay, infrastructure failures. Okay, you got these things that they're talking about. You have what they're calling a housing crisis. You have all these crises, an economic downturn. You have the supply chains that's being disrupted because you have containers that are just sitting out in the middle of nowhere waiting to be delivered to stores. Okay, like this game Division. I encourage you, brothers, if you got a PS4 or Xbox, whatever, man, you should download the game called Division. It's 2 parts. You got Division 1 and Part 2. I currently hold Part 2, and it's basically about the game about what we're dealing with now, about this pandemic that hit New York and parts of the United States and Washington, D.C., and it just global anarchy out there, okay? And the division goes into a dark winter, which it's a book on it by Tom Clancy, The Division. So you should look it up. It's a real good game, man. You know, you go around, you're looting shit, and you're basically in opposition for different factions, man, to try to restore some type of order to society. But we know, according to the coming days, there ain't gonna be no order, man. And all the proud and the pompousness of you people, what's gonna happen when this thing goes down? Okay, so you need to really consider what the men of the Lord have been saying on these highways and byways for the last 30 plus years. Okay, some brothers 30 years, some brothers 25 years, some brothers 15, some brothers 10, some brothers 5. Okay, which we're laboring for that penny. But overall, man, you know, we in them times, man, the business is gonna be disrupted. You know, fires are gonna be all over the place, global anarchy. You ain't gonna be able to call 911 to come rescue you out of a burning building when you got 1,000 burning buildings and you got police cruisers being toppled over, people rioting, throwing Molotov cocktails, people getting gunned down in the middle of the streets. Y'all not gonna be able to call police. Ain't just gonna tend to you because they got other shit on their hands. Okay, so hey, man, consider your doings. But this is what Yahweh Shai said. This is the book of Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right. In these times, the crisis, you know, people are going to start offering one another for certain goods, certain commodities, you know, neighbor against neighbor, family against family. You don't have a bag of rice, so therefore you're going to rob your own brother to steal his goods from his family. And all of a sudden it becomes a clash. And that's going to happen all over Babylon, man. So once the known of allied are going to be joint enemies. Okay, that's why it says, but he shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved, which is a cut to you Christians talking about you have salvation. You don't have salvation. What are you saved from? You're still in the same predicament as we all. You're not saved yet, man. All right. So through the Spirit, man, all hell is getting ready to break loose, and it's going to be a good thing to see you people finally get what's due to you. Because it says, and the gospel of the kingdom should be preached in all the world for the witness unto the nations, then the end shall come. And this gospel has been preached. Okay, it's been constantly preached. And now that it's preached, that it's coming to a head, all hell is getting ready to break loose. And I'm going to say that again. I'm going to keep saying it, you know. So let's go down. Matter of fact, yep, let's go here. Let's keep reading. And it says, and when therefore you should see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in a holy place, whosoever read it, let him understand, which that happened already. But this new abomination of desolation is this modern Edomite, man, that's going to circumvent your neighborhoods. Because during the time of the Romans, when they besieged Jerusalem, okay, you had the Greeks, okay, that circumvented Jerusalem. And now we got the modern day Romans and the Greeks, which are you Edomites, which are the same people. All right. It says here, it says, whosoever read it, let him understand. Okay, so have understanding of what the Lord is saying. All right, like you got Christians that claim that they know the Lord. I know God, I know my Jesus. But yeah, you can't break down a sin. You can't break down the abomination of desolation. You don't know who the mystery of iniquity is. You don't know the man of sin. You don't know who these people are. If I ask you who the man of sin is, you'll say, oh, well, the devil. Okay, the devil, but who is the devil according to the Bible that's on the earth? And that's when you niggas start scratching your heads, man. All right. And it says here, then let him that in Judea flee into the mountains. This happened already. OK, this is going back into 67 AD, what they call the siege of Masada. OK, or the Flavian dynasty with Titus, Vespasian and Domitian Caesars. And it says here, let him that is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in the field return to take back his clothes. And woe to them that are with child and them that give suck those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in winter, neither on a Sabbath day, because the dark winter, hence a dark winter. So when this operation goes full steam ahead, then, hey, the last thing you want to do is be on the run in the wintertime, man. You know, when you got troops busting in your doors, you have butt ass naked, you know, you rolling out of the bed to try to run outside. It's fucking 30 below. You ain't got no shoes or socks on. You know, you got a newborn baby. Oh, man, that's hell right there. All right. That's why Yahweh Shai said that. Because Jake, for one thing, Jake don't like the cold. You know what I'm saying? Jake don't even like the fall time for real. You know, so how much more the winter time? And they're predicting a very bad winter. Because that polar vortex we had at the beginning of the year, that was excruciating cold, man. Okay? Excruciating pain. Like I said, I was in that shit for like 10 minutes. I was just, because I came back from Florida. I was just transferring luggage out of the bus and putting it into the car. Literally, when I got to the crib, man, it felt like I was poisoned with radiation for damn near a few hours, man. I woke up feeling like, damn, what the hell was that? Because that cold, that chemical warfare, that shit that's spraying in the air. So when you got all these different biological attacks and then you got disruption of society, economic collapse, look, man, the Most High is going to drop this bitch like a bad habit, man. And it's all going to happen at once. Because when the economy goes, the money goes. When the money goes, the people start acting crazy. When the people start acting crazy, the reaction come. When the reaction come, here come the troops. When the troops come, then here comes the fire. When the fire come, here comes the rebellion. Okay? And ultimately, final thing is when the missiles hit this place. All right? And it says here, for then should be great tribulation, such it was not since the beginning of the world, no to this time, no ever shall be. Meaning that this time we're getting ready to enter into is worse than any other time. But it says here, for then, I read that, and except those days be shortened, that should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So this is why the elder Yahshua he did a video basically on how time is speeding up. Because if you notice, man, we're already in the second week of November, bro. Next week, I think Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe next week or the week after next. But yeah, man, we damn near at the end of this month. So time is speeding up. So how much quicker the prophecy's coming to pass? You know? Like I was reading something online briefly, and it went into how we're going to have the longest blood moon of the century, man. Now, I don't know what that is because it didn't really give a date, and I haven't researched it, but I came across it. But you know what? Whether it's a satire or not, the fact that these signs have been in the heavens, these signs have been all around us, from chariot sightings to blood moons to lunar eclipses to pink skies, man. All types of shit been happening, man. All right, earthquakes erupting every goddamn minute, volcanoes erupting, tsunamis, all right, rainstorms, snowstorms, and the list goes on, man. So, hey, you people getting ready to get jacked up in this place. All right. So anyway, let's go here. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, and I'm gonna start at verses 2. It says that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of Yahushua is at hand. Okay, so the day of the Lord is clearly at hand, but hey, we're not worried about it because hey, we've been looking forward to these things. You know, that's just like a fighter been talking big shit until you get into the main fight, then he bitch up. Nah, man. We gonna keep the same energy, Lord's will. The spirit is on us to continue in this thing, man. Because hey, when all hell break loose, our value is gonna increase. Our spirit is gonna elevate. We're gonna be in tune with what's happening, man. Because the Lord is gonna give us the spirit of adapting to the said circumstances, man. All right, and you gotta focus on that. Focus, because these people, they don't know what's going on. Elder Apostle Bakar said it. Jake. They believe, okay, if this presidency failed, then the next presidency is going to work. Then that failed, then the next one, then the next one. But when does it all fall down? When does it end? When do you Israelites start believing in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and say the hell with this world? When are you going to believe that? And the answer to that question is when your ass get destroyed. Because you're not going to understand the prophecies, and you're not going to understand what's happening around you. And until the Most High do away with you. Then the kingdom, you're going to come back like, oh, shit, this is what them guys were talking about. I should have listened. But it was never in your lot to listen in the first place. Okay? And it says here, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come except that come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And he's been revealed, man. Okay? Esau, Edom. The Christians don't know that. He's revealed because it says at his time. Paul knew. But hey, he was not to be revealed until the latter time, because on the scene then the Romans went by the Edomites, man, or the Idumeans. I mean, they went by the Romans or Idumeans. Like you had Antipater the Idumean. Okay, they went by, they called themselves the Romans. Now they knew they were Edomites, and the disciples, they didn't really make mention of it. But nonetheless, if they were with Yahushua, I'm pretty sure they knew that the Romans were the Edomites, man. But it just wasn't time for that mystery to really be out there, because hey, Esau had a whole nother rulership to come into power and to afflict Israel. Okay, and it says here, who oppose it and exalt himself all above that is called the Most High. Matter of fact, Yep. So yeah, that's enough on that. That's good. I made the point on that. So let's go from here, and I'm getting ready to shut it down in a minute, man. I'm actually in the middle of handling some business, so you know, I was trying to pump these shows out while the spirit is still on me to do so. Because I mean, the spirit, it hit me, but it hit me kind of at the last minute today. So you know, it happens. Sometimes you got them days, you know, the spirit hits you when you wake up. Sometimes you got to hear things, then the spirit give you like a buzz, where it's like typing a keyword and it pops up. And that's a beautiful thing. That shows you how the Holy Spirit is moving, man, when that spirit hits you. Now, when you go too many days without the spirit not hitting you, that's when you need to get on your knees and fast and pray, you know, because that's when it gets scary. Like, oh shit, the Lord ain't put an idea in my mind. Let me go ahead and do what I got to do. But if the spirit is constantly hitting you, then that means you know, you're pretty good. You're in good case for the most part, you know. But still, you know, repenting and doing that daily, because the more you repent and sacrifice, the more the spirit can ping off your tower. All right. So anyway, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." It says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another with swords in their hand." So this happens when there's no 911, because you got cops in the midst of this battle, firefighters, EMTs. This is gonna be a whole powder keg of wickedness happening, man. Like that Elder Bro Barack, he did a video yesterday, and he incorporated another video of this one Jake. I think his name is Moses. He knows he's an Israelite. He's a little off, but nonetheless, he has a strong zeal for the Lord. And he was basically saying how women gonna need protection in that day, because even when you watch the Purge movies, the woman always was protected by a man. Okay, every Purge movie that it was a woman in, that was the star. She was always protected by a man in every Purge movie. So how much more to this day? Okay. And it says here, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands." Okay, guns, bats, bottles, machetes, rocket launchers, all right, pipes, bats, bricks, fisticuffs, you know, all types of shit, man. Motherfucker running you down with cars, man. Motherfucker pick up a stop sign and throw it. And them stop signs, they're very sharp, man. I done damn to cut my hand on a couple of them. They're very sharp. Okay, if you throw one hard enough, you can literally take somebody's fucking, you can take their eyeball out. All right. It says, "For there should be sedition among men, in invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So this is when the 911 is going to be obsolete. You know, when you women are getting pummeled on by the men you've put on child support and the men you've been committing adultery on, when they stumping you out in the streets and giving you what they call the guillotine, which is basically another name for curve stomp. We call it the guillotine when you put somebody's mouth on a brick curve and you step on their fucking head. You know, Jake used to get down like that. So that's called the guillotine. It busts all your shit open. Okay, you're going to get a lot of women that's getting fucking curb stomped out here. And guess what? You're going to look for that cell phone and you ain't going to have no signal. Why? Because it's going to be power outage out here. You're going to get drugged into an alley and you're going to get beat senseless, man. Okay? You're going to beat the eyelashes off you nigga women, man. All right? Going to beat the hell weave off you. Okay? Because Esau and Jake, they're perverse, man. Like I did a video last night on Edomites, on how the Edomite is alive and well. Okay, he ain't going nowhere. Okay, the nigga is still shitting and pissing without washing his hands at work, masturbating, all right, raping little kids. And boy, this Edomite is alive and well, right along with the 2/3, because the 2/3 nigga come in the same spirit as a fucking Edomite, man. All right, he come in the same goddamn spirit, because Jake learned from Esau in this society. Remember that. All right. And it says here, "They should not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their own power." Verse 17, "A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. For because of their pride, the city should be troubled and houses should be destroyed. Men should be afraid. And the man shall have no pity on his neighbor, but should destroy the houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and of great tribulation," man. So it's getting ready to be all hell on earth, man. What Yahweh Shai say? Luke 12:49 says, "I come to send fire on earth. Wherever I've been kindled." Okay, and the physical fire is going to come when those missiles finally eviscerate all the wickedness in this society has to offer, man. Because it's very deserving. This society deserves everything is going to happen to it, from the economic downturn, from power. It deserves it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, enough hell can't come to Babylon the Great, and you people, you can't catch hell enough. And it's going to be a pleasure to see you people in agony in that day, man. And people may say, "Oh my God, what's wrong with this guy?" Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with us. We need judgment. Scriptures say, because the law is slack, therefore unrighteous judgment do proceed, man. All right. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. I'm giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Shimon Habushai. And with that, Shalom and the Barber Ball. You brothers stay up, stay prayed up, man. Let's get this kingdom and a Barber Ball, and the hell with you 2/3, man. Shalom.